Top 7 Best Monitor with Speakers in 2022. Through extensive research and testing, I have put together the list of options that will meet the need of different types of buyers. For more information, I have put links of products in the description. Make sure to check it out. Like the video, comment, don't forget to subscribe, and let's get started. Number 7. Acer G270 HYL KB Mix 27 Full HD VA0 Frame Monitor with Built-in Speakers. Developed by Acer, the G276 HYL KB Mix is a versatile monitor with a 27-inch screen size. Resolutions up to 1920 by 1080 are supported as long as they match its 16:9 aspect ratio. It is an LCD-style monitor and has a VA-style panel type. These speakers are also unimpressive and leave a lot to be desired. They are the same standard, cheap 2-watt speakers. Ignoring the speakers, this monitor is very versatile and should serve well in a multitude of purposes. It has decent specs for gaming with a 75 Hz refresh rate and a 4 millisecond response time. It implements good eye care technology. It is VIATEC compatible and has a thin bezel for your convenience. It is compatible with HDMI, DVI, and VGA. Any of these should be fine, but DVI is preferred. Number 6. Acer G247 HYL 23.8-inch IPS Full HD zero-frame monitor with built-in speakers. If you are looking for a monitor with built-in speakers and HDMI compatibility, the G247 HYL from Acer could be a good option. The screen size is 23.8 inches and it has a 16:9 aspect ratio with a maxed-out resolution of 1920 by 1080. It is an LCD-style monitor with an IPS panel type. This monitor exhibits many of the typical problems with monitor speakers. Unfortunately, these are also low-quality speakers that were added just for advertising. They are also 2-watt speakers, and they suffer from the same problems as the previous option. I work in a fairly quiet area, silent most of the time, and I had to strain to hear with any clarity even when at higher volumes. As far as monitors with built-in speakers go, these did not impress but for the money. You can't go wrong with this model. There's an option to activate overdrive mode which supposedly increases the response time to 3.1 milliseconds, but you have to be careful when using things like that because they often result in an overall reduced visual quality. The monitor is VIATEC compatible, and it has an average frame thickness, which makes it a good choice for a multi-display configuration. It is compatible with DVI, HDMI, and VGA for connectivity options, which is excellent as far as compatibility with most devices goes. DVI is the highest quality connectivity option here, but any of them should work as the specifications of the monitor aren't very high-end. Number 5. Philips 323S7 QW32 monitor with speakers. The 323S7 QW from Philips Computer Monitors is another massive monitor option with a screen size of 32 inches. This option maxes out at a resolution of 1920 by 1080 and has an aspect ratio of 16:9. The panel type is IPS and it is an LCD monitor. 32-inch monitor by Philips. This monitor option also implements 5-watt speakers and performs almost as well as the previous monitor option from Dell. While using this monitor, I noticed that the overall volume was comparable to Dell's option, but the quality of sound was definitely lower with this one. It had a bit of a tinny undertone and very little bass. That said, it should serve just fine if you are lacking for other options, and I am still impressed with this built-in speaker option. The specs for this monitor are not impressive, but they are serviceable. It has a 60 Hz refresh rate and a 5 millisecond response time. Number 4. Dell S-Series 32 Black S3219D with built-in speakers. The S3219D is a Dell monitor with speakers and has a very large screen size of 32 inches. It is a 1404 type monitor, which means it has a maximum resolution of 2560 by 1440 and has an aspect ratio of 16:9. It is an LED monitor that uses a VA panel type. This is the first option so far with a well-implemented speaker option. Dell has implemented 5-watt speakers into the frame of this monitor that are professionally tuned by Max Audio. These should serve quite well no matter your use or work area. I was very impressed with these. I am very familiar with being disappointed by monitor speakers, so much so that I usually don't even give them a chance. But these were a very pleasant surprise. I still wouldn't use them as my primary audio option, but I wouldn't be disheartened by having to use them as a backup. It also has compatibility with FreeSync, which should help smooth out some of the negative symptoms of having such low specifications. AMD GPU users will be quite pleased with this monitor's performance. The connectivity options are HDMI and DisplayPort, either of which should be fine, but DisplayPort is preferred. Number 3. VIATEC GN24CB 24-inch curved gaming monitor with speakers. The VIATEC GN24CB is a gaming monitor with a screen size of 24 inches. It can reach resolutions up to 1920 x 1080 and has an aspect ratio of 16:9. It is a VA-style panel type LED monitor. This is a curved monitor option, which is certainly interesting. The speakers on this monitor are ever so slightly better than the previous two options at 3 watts. They should have slightly more power, which should result in a higher maximum volume or higher quality of sound. I felt that this one was slightly easier to hear, but the overall quality was the same. These should serve well enough in a situation where you have no other options, but you will still need a mostly quiet area if you want to be able to hear them with any clarity. VIATEC GN24CB. It is a gaming monitor, which means it should work quite well for PC gaming as well as console gaming. It has a 4 millisecond response time, which isn't ideal but should be sufficient for casual gaming. No matter the system, the refresh rate is where this monitor really shines. 144 Hz is ideal for gaming on powerful machines, and it also has FreeSync, which should link your refresh rate to your frame rate and keep things nice and smooth. The GN24CB is compatible with VESA mounting, and it has thin bezels, which makes it a fantastic choice for a multiple monitor configuration at your workstation. You can mount it on the wall conveniently or in a VESA multi-display stand if you prefer. Either way, this should be a convenient option for any configuration. Number 2. BenQ 27-inch IPS monitor with speakers. BenQ has developed the GW270 with a respectable screen size of 27 inches. The maximum resolution of this monitor is 1920 by 1080 and it has an aspect ratio of 16:9. It uses an LED for light and has an IPS-style panel type. Unfortunately, BenQ did not take the time to implement a good set of speakers with their monitor. We are back to the 2-watt nonsense, which is highly unfortunate because this is an otherwise decent monitor. It is qualified for gaming if only barely. With its 60 Hz refresh rate and 5 millisecond response time, it should be plenty for a console gamer and a PC gamer can get by using this monitor. It has a wide viewing angle and implements good eye care technology to protect you during extended use. It has VESA compatibility and a very thin bezel, which makes it convenient to add to your configuration or use as a base for a new one. It is compatible with HDMI, VGA, and DisplayPort. The DisplayPort option is preferred. Number 1. HP VH240 23.8-inch Full HD 1080 IPS LED monitor with built-in speakers. Developed by HP, the VH240 is an HP monitor with speakers and has a 23.8-inch screen size. Resolutions up to 1920 by 1080 are supported as long as they match its 16:9 aspect ratio. It uses an LED for light and has an IPS-style panel type. This monitor is an example of one of those that just have speakers tacked on as a good afterthought. They are 2-watt speakers, which means their max volume will be quiet and the quality of the sound will be good but very low. If you usually use your machine in a completely silent area, then these might work for you, but most users will find that they need another audio option. Fortunately, the monitor itself is quite good outside of the speakers. It has several features to increase your quality of life when working with it. It has a wide viewing angle to reduce eye strain when you are viewing the monitor from an angle instead of head-on. It also makes use of anti-glare screen protection so that you don't have to be as careful about the light in your work area. So guys, that's all for the top 7 best monitor with speakers in 2022. The links of all products are given in the description, which are updated for the best prices. Subscribe our channel for more videos. We will meet in next video. Till then, take care, bye.